Now I am joined by Osama Hamda. He is a senior member of Hamas. He joins me now from Doha in Qatar. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you.
Let me begin here. We're 10 months into this war. Gaza Health Ministry officials say that 40,000 Palestinians, the majority of them civilians, have been killed. On October 7th, Hamas killed hundreds of Israeli civilians. Does Hamas today regret the October 7th terror attacks?
Well, it seems to me that you are giving the Israelis the right to kill the Palestinians. When you ask if we feel regret for what Israel has done, you have to understand that Israel has been killing the Palestinians for the last 76 years. And when the Palestinians react against the occupation, who failed the Palestinians, who failed Oslo Agreement, who continue undermining all the peace process and trying to take over all the Palestinian lands, talking in public about kicking out 2 million Palestinians from West Bank to East Jordan. All this is the right for Israel. And when the Palestinians react against the occupation, they have to regret to what the Israelis are doing, killing them by thousands,
Mr.
as
Hamdan,
if the Palestinians were the cause of those killing.
I've been coming to this part of the world for more than 20 years, and I have personally covered terror attacks by Hamas that killed Israeli civilians more than 20 years. So I'm asking you this, just looking at the last 10 months of this conflict for a moment, does Hamas accept any responsibility for the deaths of Palestinian civilians in Gaza? Because as you know, Hamas tunnels, Hamas military units are based under and around homes, mosques, schools in Gaza. Do you accept responsibility for any of the deaths in Gaza?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you have covered this region for 20 years, but you was watching the region by the Israeli eyes. You didn't show the Israelis killing thousands of Palestinians within those 20 years. In 2014, Israel attacked Gaza and they killed more than 4,000 Palestinians. You didn't see that. They attacked Gaza and they killed in one day 1,000 Palestinians in 2008, and you didn't see that. Those attacks.
Actually, I was here in 2014. I was here in 2014, and I was here in 2008. I'm asking you if Hamas accepts. I do, but what you're saying is factually not true. I was here for both. I was here for both of those conflicts. My question is, does Hamas accept any responsibility for the deaths of its own people in Gaza?
You can't, excuse me, you can't ask and answer by yourself. Either you let me to answer, or you can finish that talking by yourself to yourself. If you wish that, it's okay. I'm done. I have to answer, and I want to say what I want to say. It's not your duty to dictate what I'm supposed to say. It's not your duty to receive the answers you wish to receive.
So the question is, do you accept responsibility for the deaths of civilians in Gaza? That's the question.
You still keep watching what is happening by the Israeli eyes, listening by the Israeli ears, acting as if you are part of Israeli military attack against the Palestinians. It seems that you support the killing of 40,000 Palestinians. You are not blaming the Israelis for anything. You are talking about Palestinians who are being killed as if they were nothing, and you are just saying that the Palestinians were killing the Israelis. Let's go to West Bank. There is no Hamas. There is no action from Hamas, and the Israelis have killed already 800 Palestinians in the last 10 months. What about this? They are talking about the Palestinians.
In fact, sir, as you know, CNN has covered the deaths of Palestinians quite closely. But let me ask you a question here, because you're saying.
Unfortunately, you are not.
So I'm going to quote you. I'm going to quote you right now.
You didn't show the women who were.
I'm going to quote you right now, a Palestinian in Gaza.
We are talking about 16,000 children who are being killed by the Israelis, and you are asking if the resistance is responsible.
I'm very aware of the civilian toll in Gaza.
Excuse me, you are not listening, and you are not allowing me to answer. You don't want to listen to the facts. You just want to listen to yourself. It's okay. That's enough. It's fine.
No, I'm going to quote you now. I'm going to quote you now, a Palestinian from Gaza.
You want just to hear to yourself. You just want to listen to yourself and to the Israelis. If you are aware and worried for the reaction of the Israelis, don't talk to Hamas. Thank you very much. The Israelis have killed us, and
in fact, we've invited you on the air to ask you questions.
You are in a responsible position for the killings of the Palestinians. You are supporting the killings of the Palestinians. I'm sorry to hear that from the CNN. Thank you very much. I have to finish that. Thank you.
Let me ask you, I'm going to quote you someone from Gaza who spoke, well, there you go. It's a shame we did give him the opportunity to answer questions on the state of the war there.